So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, lads. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
of random stream during the week. And I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some buttons and space special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. The water crashing, I thought so. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants a treat. Do you want a treat with the buttons? Do you want a treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get up and speak. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. Me too. I'll see you next time.
Greetings, everybody. We're back. I've got to try the midweek streams again. Yes, I'm having problems with my scheduling. Supposed to be 6 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I'm having difficulty. But I'm back this week. Now, excuse me. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a good week. And yes, I hope all is well. So we're going to take the Airbus A320. We're going to take from Gatwick to Brussels today. Why Brussels? Well, the weather's quite poor in Brussels. Yes, I want the bad visibility weather is what I want. So that's what we're going to do. So who's with us? Lodi Reaper's with us on Twitch. Lodi Reaper says, I probably won't be joining today. I have a sleeping baby in my arms, and if I put her down, she's going to scream. Well, that's fair enough, Lodi Reaper. I'm more than happy to have you watch. And Big Sky Ride is with us. Welcome back. Thank you, Big Sky Ride. So yeah, well, I've got to keep. All I can do, right, is just keep trying to get the schedule. Do you know? Because it's supposed to be consistent. Yes. And I need time. I have to think about Christmas because I want to get doing some other stuff, and I need the time to actually practice it, like the 737s, you know, and things like that. So yeah, we're in Gatwick, and we're going to start going straight away. I've already done my flight plan. Do you want to have a look at it? I have no doubt you do. Let's have a quick look at the flight plan. Flightsim.to. Where are you? There you go. That's the flight plan. I know it looks very confusing and scary. But this is what I'm interested in here. So Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, we're taking off for 26 left. There's all our airways and our departures, our SIDS and our star. We're climbing to 30,000 feet, flight level 300. That's the bit you want. And that's all I've done, really. That's it. So let's hop into the cockpit and get that organised, shall we? Let's get the aircraft started up. People will be joining, so I'll get up to maybe the APU and then we'll have a look at the comments again. Maeve64, greetings from FSLTL. Yes, actually, Maeve, do you know what? I've actually been playing. I have it here, right? I have it here. I think it's great. Let me have a look here. I have it here. We got to use the FSS. I just have difficulties remembering LTL. FS, Flight Simulator LTL. Great, because they've had an update, folks. So I was actually looking at Flight Rider 24, and it was pretty close. Do you know? Not that that really matters to me, but it's pretty damn close, and it's nice to have that atmosphere. Now, I don't have a lot of traffic generated in here because you can choose, but FS LTL is great. So, Mav, welcome. Let's see what we can see in the air, you know, as we're taxiing. Yes, so it seems to be working great, to be fairness with you. So let's hop into the cockpit. And let's see what we can see. Now, you're probably going, oh, here's a cool scenery for Gatwick. I had a great scenery for Gatwick there a while ago, but it caused choppy problems and whatnot, and I wanted to wait and get a good one. I don't want to be spending our pot, or, you know, when subscribers and all that kind of stuff, members, I put that in a pot. It's all goes towards Flight Sim. I wanted to get a good one for Gatwick, but Brussels is brilliant. The best scenery I have, so we're going to have a look at that when we get to Brussels. So, let's just go, shall we? So all my controls, I'm just going to move this camera here because it's in my way here. Let's get some other, we get some other cameras here going, folks. We get the buttons cam on there, and we get that cam on there. So this is the other camera I have for the controls here. So what I'm doing is I'm actually checking that my controls and detents are working and they're in the right place before we start starting off, and that's all fine. So we leave that for now. Oh, buttons to start to kick off, folks. She will, more than likely, before we... Here we go. It's kicked off already. She can tell by my voice. She's going to start kicking off. Let's get ahead as soon as we can. Okay, so all controls are fine. I've checked all the controls. Get rid of the armrest, please. Thank you very much. Wipers are all off. Yeah, spoilers or engine master selectors off. Thrust levers are set to idle. Flaps are to the retractor position. Auto skid is good. That's anyway. Landing gear is checked down. Fuel quantity, we're going to do that in the flight plan. Okay, let's get some batteries on. Let's get the batteries on first. 1 to 2. The external power, which we have available, which is here. Boom. Big clink. Strobe lights, we want them to auto. Boom. ADRS align 1, 2, and 3. So let's align the ADRSs now. I know in the real world it'll take 9 minutes, but if I turn them off, on and off and on again, it'll be instant. That's what we want for there. APU agent fire tests. Okay, we can do all that kind of stuff if you wanted to. I'll just do this one. It's a sim. Hello, buttons. Okay. I see, you know, I've started the... This is not going to stop. She's jumping on my... Did you see that? She's jumping on my arm. And you know, folks, what's happening here. She's a little bit early. But she's wanting her... She's bribing me because she's going to destroy the stream. As you know, she's going to go behind all the cables and get her treat. So sorry about this. I'll be back in 8 seconds. Buttons, I just started the stream and you're starting. Colonel King said to put the treats up on a shelf somewhere. But no, that's not going to work. Producer Buttons is a beagle and she can smell it. So I'm going to get you treated. It'll be exactly 8 seconds, so stand by. Buttons, you know what? I can't stream with you doing this all the time. Good job. Good producer Buttons. Sorry about this, folks. As you know, this happens every time. The minute I start talking, she was very quiet. And the minute I start talking, now, there you go. Now, battery 1 and 2 on. Okay. I had to really rush out there. I'm out of breath. Now, oh God. Batteries, external power, yeah. Strobe lights, we did the ADRS, we did APU engine fire test, instrument and display brightness. Lights, it is Christmas, let's light it up like a Christmas tree, shall we? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Now, thankfully, with the new updates, with this, which is some weeks ago, it had it turns on the lights, most of the lights, for you, do you know? There we go there. We'll put some lightage here. And there we go. Let's have a look at the comments there. Windage is with us. Windage 42011. Lonely Reapers is saying hello to Windage. Warthog is with us as well. Sorry, I just said that, Warthog. And you're chatting away. Warthog says, I'm getting a man cave ready for my flight simulator cockpit that I'm building next month when I get back to town. Brilliant, Warthog. I have one of those seat setups. Now, they are selling, guys. I see they're selling some seat that's cost 800 quid. You don't need to spend 800 quid in a seat. I have one, this one here, and it was like £285. And it's brilliant. It's got all sorts of stuff on it. Probably 300 because I bought extras. If it has a pair of wings on it, you're going to pay extra. That's the way. And in Flight Sim World as well. So shop around, isn't it? Big Sky Ride is there. Mav is saying, Cherokee's with us again. Cherokee, hey, how are you doing? He says, hello, Gripper Sim and fellow simmers. Cherokee also says, and Buttons is the producer. Yes, Buttons is the producer, but is she doing any work though? No, she's just looking at me. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. Gabe is also with us. He says, hello, Gripper and all viewers. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you very much, Gabe and Cherokee. Yeah, hit the like button. I have to keep saying that more often, you know, but I don't want to sound like one of these YouTubers. You know, you watch a YouTube video, comes on, and 2 seconds after she goes, now a little bit about me and subscribe. No. Let's get on with it. Let's get into it. Seatbelt sign. We'll put it on. Assuming the passengers are boarding. So smoke sign. Yeah, we'll put that on to auto, whatever it has to be. Emergency exit signs. These are important for inside the cabin. There we go. Annunciator lights. Test. Okay, you can test all the lights and the whole thing. That's over here. See, you're just testing all the bulbs to make sure that works. I'm going to put the dome light on. I'm going to put it on bright. No, I'm putting medium. Now for the big bit. The bit that is the tricky bit for everybody. I go straight into init. You see here initial request. I've already used, those of you who may be watching for the first time now, don't forget, folks, if you're watching this and you don't know what's going on, ask me a question, because I'm happy to answer them, you know. Oh, I'm happy to answer them. So I go to flightsim.to. No, I don't. Sorry, I go to SimBrief. Right, in here, very quickly. Go to SimBrief, create an account, create your flight. Usually I show you this whole thing. And you create your flight, and it gives you this flight plan down here. It also shoves it up into the cloud. Under the Fenix Airbus, you log on to SimBrief as part of the sim. Put in this request, and it's all there, which is great. Larry Ripper says about the cockpit, and here's me looking into getting a desk so that I could both sit and stand at. Well, it's a personal choice, isn't it? I like the whole seat thing. I have the whole seat thing here. Can I show you the other camera? You can't really see all of it. Well, you know, look. So I got the TV here. See? I got another TV there. I can't quite twist the camera angle for all your stuff, right? I got all my controls here. I've got the Bravo. I've got a Stream Deck. I've got the yoke of the yoke. You can't see under here, but under here is a big metal plate you can buy with this particular one, right? And it's a great big desk, so I've got loads of stuff on it. Over then you can see over this side, which you can't quite see with that camera there. It doesn't look as messy as it is here. No, I can't move the camera. I want to get a camera behind me so I can kind of swivel it around, to be honest with you. But it's all got the stuff, and it takes up such a little amount of space. Do you know? Let me make it bigger. I can't zoom out though. Now that was Turks 679, who's just followed. Turks, thank you very much for following. There you get a better view. See how comfy that is? This chair, by the way, it's just brilliant. I never get a sore back ever. It's just incredible because it's right, you know, it's German made, I think. But yeah, a little cockpit like that, it's great. It takes such a tiny amount of space, you know. It really does take a tiny amount of space, and it's just, you leave it sit there. Now, you're well aware that you play flight sim for, you know, you get into it and then you just leave it for a while. You know, we all do that. That's normal. But it's there. You don't have to go setting everything up again. It's your little hobby. It's your little corner of, you know, the room, isn't it? Great. Okay, so flight number does. Flight number 01. Okay, doesn't matter. Cost index 5. Do Ryanair 5. Cruise level 30,000 feet. 300 for flight level 300. Boom. And we've done the ISR NIT. So the next thing, I'm just using a checklist. Now you go to flight plan. Flight plan. We've got to put in our departure and arrival, and that is already done. Where is my knee pad there? I need that. Also, a little knee pad. Can't get these in Ireland, and I couldn't get these in England. See this? Right? It's not half an A4 page, you know, it's quite small. It's like a little notepad. If you can see the size next to my hand. See that? And it just stops your knee, and it's so handy for writing stuff down. I use that in the real world as well. But I found it in France, and they don't sell them anywhere else. I don't know where to get them. Anyway, performance. No. Flight plan. We're going from departure, and we're taking off 26 left. 26 left. Boom. And our standard instrument departure is MIM FO1M. Let's scroll down a bit. MIM 1MF01. Yes, it always uses the digit header. I don't know why. That's it. Insert. Now, by the way, it's up here. You see here? It shows you a broken line before you save it. I love that. Anyway, I'll just kick off unless someone asks me a question, okay? I'll just go. Warthog says, hey, you don't need a cockpit. Anything you're comfortable is in the bed. Yeah, it's subjective, isn't it? You just need to be comfortable. Whatever suits you. So, you know, you don't need a seat like this. You don't need this setup at all. No, not at all. Insert. Now, let's go to our arrival. Into Brussels. Arrival. And we're coming into runway 19er. ILS. And our standard instrument arrival is KOK7 Alpha. Okay. 7 Alpha. Boom. insert. Done. Now I'm going to check that. So I'm going to go to plan mode here. Right, I'm going to leave it at 20 miles out, and I'm just going to, as usual, just bing, 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 bing. Just see if there's no discontinuities, no break in the lines, and that looks nice to me. That's at least a 10-mile approach. I would prefer to go to CF19 actually, but we'll worry about that in the way. It'd be nice. I'd like to have a long approach if I can, but I think that waypoint is going to CF19. Yes, it is. It is. So that's great. Okay, that's that. Go back to arc mode. Next on our checklist is RadNav, so you can check all your frequencies for coming back if you need to come straight back to the airfield. And hit page 2. This we're going to do our mass and balance now. I'll just clear that message there. Clear that message there. Messages everywhere. Hit page 2. Mass and balance. 0 for U8 and center of gravity. So, we'll load up. And this takes off from the flight plan, as you know. No. Go away. Don't want that. Load aircraft. It's 162 passengers. Here comes the gate. Yeah, that's it. And boarding complete. That's fine. Now we have 57.77 to 57.8. 57.8. 57.8 slash 28, no, 31.3. 31.3. Boom. Block fuel is already done. Sim brief. It takes a second for that to come in. That's all good. Brendan Barry's back with us. Hello, glad to see you back in Fenix. Yes, thank you, Brendan. Brendan Beery. Sorry, Brendan Beery. It's fun. Confirm the block, and we're done. And performance course. Go to performance page. V speeds for our departure. We're going to come out here. Departure. And we are taking off runway 26 left. 26 left, please. Thank you. Surface is dry. Flap config. Takeoff of flap 1. Force toga of 3,255 meters. No, we don't need, so we're going to have a flex takeoff. Anti-ice off. Packs are going to be on. Hit that and get the weather in. That's going to calculate all the stuff for our V speeds. And there we go. 149, 149, 151. 149, 151. Oops. Transition altitude 5,000 feet, isn't it? Let's check, shall we? Oh, leave it at 5,000 feet. We're not on any air traffic. I just leave it where it is. Okay, flaps 1. Now let's check our trim as well. So flaps are going to be 1, and our trim should be here, down 1. 1 down 1. 0.1. Boom. Flex tab. Not doing a full power takeoff today. 59. I think that's 59 Fahrenheit. It's not Celsius anyway. I guarantee that it's going to be Fahrenheit. 13, 12, 13, 14 degrees. That's all done there. Predicted wind shear is to go to the own position according to my checklist. Boom. Cockpit door to be closed. Not unlocked. Locked. Let's get our barometric reference. What is actually? Do you know what? I just hit the B button. I love this. B1009. Let's check that on the real world weather, shall we? So let's go to the real world weather. We want. I'm using a phone app here I use for my own flying in the little airplanes, you know. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, and the actual QNH in the real world is 1009. The weather leaving, right, is it's issued at 2000 hours, 1750 Zulu. The wind is 350 at 3 knots. There's no wind. Cav OK. Clear skies, no cloud below 5,000 feet, etc. Temperature 7, QNH 5, QNH 1009. No problems, but coming into Brussels is going to be worser. Which I like. I like that. I like coming out of the clouds, and there's a runway at just at minimums. That pleases me. Okay, good. Let's moving on. APU master. Let's get the APU master and then have a look at the comments. I should have done that actually earlier, really, shouldn't I? There we go. Who oxygen supply? Own. We want to have those fuel pumps pumping fuel from the wing tanks into the engines. Air conditioning, yeah, you know, down a bit. Once APU, so we're waiting for the APU bleed to kick off. So you can see all the liveries there for the traffic FSTL. Now this stuff here is my fault. You see they're all having sex there. They're all mating. That's my fault because I haven't disabled the Microsoft stuff properly. I have to look that up again. That's why they're sitting on top of each other. Is there anyone else we got around here? There's a British Airways. Here's someone coming to land here, look. You know, that's pretty damn cool. Even the sounds. The sounds are brilliant. So it's really very good. There we go. Okay, you can hear now the started up the APU. It's just a small jet turbine in the back of the aircraft is what that is, you know. So let's have a look inside the cockpit. Let's see what the story is with the APU, and it's changed the screen here. I can get it for you here. APU, boom, and you'll see it's all available and ready. Let's have a look at the comments. Okay, okay, on YouTube then. Not many would stay. I understand why. I know why. Brendan Berry, glad to see you back at Phoenix. Joe Hanassi, hello, how are you, Joe? And James Ois. You on VATSIM? Not yet, James. No, not yet. Not yet. I just need the time. I just want to do one flight of my own with VATSIM. I had problems getting logging onto it the other day, and it was just giving me grief. So I've spent a few hours on that. I had a long day today. It was supposed to be, but I'm quite tired now. So we're gonna look and see what mistakes I make. I didn't sleep at all last night. So this is, you'll see me making mistakes, and I'm prepared for that. It's a threat, isn't it? It's a threat. My lack of sleep from last night. I could easily lie down now and have a nap. No problem. But the schedule must be kept. Okay. It's up to lead down in gripper sim. Let's go. Okay, the APU bleed now is available. Let's get the APU bleed on. APU is available. APU bleed on. That means we don't need the external power anymore. You'll hear a click. External power's off. Let's get the beacon light on. Let's backtrack and get out of here. Right, let's call the... Oh yeah, let's get rid of all the chocks and cones. Let's make sure we don't chop anybody up on the ground. You know? So the beacon light is on, and let's insist that they get rid of the ground power unit, the chocks and cones, the doors to be closed, and the gates to be pulled away. Do I have to throttle the gateway? The jetway? Come on, go away. There we go. I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. There it goes. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. If you bite your inner lip, if you think you're gonna sneeze so it hurts, you won't sneeze. Try it. I swear to God, it works. Ah, yeah, push back. Yeah, come on. Connect the tug. Come on. Let's get the tug connected. Let's just check everything's good up here. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing I can see. That's unusual. Let's get the engine started then, shall we? Let's get number 1 started. So let's crank the starter and to ignition start. We'll start with engine number 2 for the hydraulics. That's going to kick off the engine. We've got APU bleed going. Let's get the aircraft to be backtracked. Take the parker brake off, which it is. Start. There we go. Parker brake is off, I'm telling you. Come on. Maybe I have to oh, it is. It was just stuck with my controls. There you go. Parker brake's off. I can hear the engine winding up now. Doesn't matter which way I turn because the entrance to the runway is directly behind me. So we're all clear and good. Let's start up engine number 2 then. The second engine. Boom. Number 2 is kicking off. That's really nice. And that's enough pushback now for now. We don't need that. Stop. Stops nice and slowly. Disconnect torque. Parking brake is back on. And very simple. In the sim. I want to get that GTX thing, but I just don't have time to be downloading profiles at the moment for every, because I don't know where we're going to until about half an hour before the stream starts. I got to figure that out, you know. So I want to use GTX, but I just all these profiles you got to download. Maybe they've updated it. I don't know. You know, don't know. Okay, so the weather is good, right? But look at this. You gotta love this. This is why I'm doing this. Arrival weather, right? Echo Bravo Bravo Romeo, ICAO identifier for Brussels, issued on the 20th, 1750 Zulu. The wind is 2107 knots, so there's little wind, 8,000 meters visibility, moderate rain, scattered cloud at 900 feet, broken at 12, temperature 10, QNH 9, QNH is 1010, temporarily, right, 4,000 meters, moderate rain, broken at 900 feet, so it's bad visibility, which this is what I love, you know. Now, I'm mindful of how tired I am and what I'm going to forget, right? Now that we're out of the way of all the peeps, we put below the flaps, we put the weather radar on, we're going to leave the transponder on standby and the TCAS on standby. Let's go to the checklist. APU master, yeah, crew oxygen supply, fuel pumps, air conditioning, navigation lights, APU bleed is off and exit power is on. We've started both engines and let's just make sure we have our engine mode selector set back to norm. Autopilot set and set trim. Let's set our trim. So our trim, what you can do is, it was down 0.1, wasn't it? So you go down here to controls, flight controls. See how there's trim here? And you can actually see exactly what it is. See? Down 1. Done. You can check your controls as well. You know. That's nice. See that? That's what they do in the real world. You know. I'd be quite methodical with that because, you know, you want them working. So you go all the way to the right, 4 spoilers, back to neutral, spoilers gone, all the way to the left, 4 spoilers, back to neutral, boom, all the way back, and the elevator, good, back to neutral, all the way forward, all the way back to neutral, and rudders as well. Do you know? That's pretty well done. I like that. Okay, so we've got our trim set, autopilot set. Let's make sure autopilot set. I'm going to set the altitude to 5,000 feet initially. Let's make it 5. Let's make it 10. Okay. And 5,000 feet is transition altitude. So transponder winner. Okay, so all this can be done as we're moving, but we got quite a short taxi. So what I'm going to do is transponder say the probe heat is auto. Spoilers are armed. Well, let's arm the spoilers there. Flaps are set to take off, which is flaps 1. Anti-ice is not required. Auto brake is already no, it's not set. Auto brake, which is here. It'll go to max. There we go. Max. Oh, I lost my place on the checklist. When we turn off lights, yeah, we need all the lights on. When we turn off taxi lights on, weather radar on, and chrono and all that kind of stuff. We'll worry about the rest as we go. Okay, let's add a bit of power. I'm going to move this here and let's get the, so let me make sure the cameras are working. Good, okay, add a little bit of power, parking brake is off. Let's taxi. Let us taxi forth. Come on, here we go. There we go. Both flight directors are on. Who's this? Oh, we might have someone with us. We might have someone with us. While we're taxiing, let's go and look at so I can see who we have with us. Sometimes people follow along, which is great. I'm going to tag up now. The gun is with us, folks. The gun is with us. I'm going to go around the gun. Some guys with us and extras with us. Happy days. And there's going to be many more. MK, are you with us? Because sometimes you get new people during the week, folks, which is great. Now, I'm not doing a very good job of the old taxiing there because I was looking outside. And I've broken lots of taxi lights down and I'm going to be sacked. So, that's what happens. Okay, we don't want to go up this one. We're going to go down here. I'm going to go down here. Oh, take it easy now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your loud babies in the overhead soundproof lockers. Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that your seat and table ties are in their upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones, and powered sexual implements are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amount of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicate levels are high for those of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is provided to ensure your personal intoxication and dehydration on arrival. Those of you who are mentally compromised will also be offered alcohol, but smoking e-cigarettes is mostly definitely prohibited. This will make sense to us for some reason. Thank you for choosing Reaper Sim for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
Yes, lots of alcohol required to be if you're flying a long flight. It makes perfect sense to have a great deal of alcohol because you get dehydrated with the dryness of the cockpit as well. That's very clever. So when you get to your destination, when you get to your destination, you'll be dehydrated and hungover. So that's brilliant. Yeah, you might even not make it to your hotel. So that's what you should do. That makes perfect sense. But you can't have e-cigarettes. You can drink alcohol, right, as much as you like. But poison yourself is all they care. No e-cigarettes. Yeah, all of this is true. You know it. It's funny because it's true. Ian Bevington says, hi, first time watching on a weekday. Oh, great, Ian. Welcome. The end of the weekday. Who is that? That was the cabin. That was the cabin announcement. Okay, we're all good to go. I feel like I've forgotten something, and the little man in the back of my head is barking at me. Go to the checklist. Okay, transponder, probe heat, spoilers, flaps, anti-ice, auto brake, nose light, yeah. Runway turn-off lights, yeah. Park and brake, weather radar is on. Yes, I know, I remember I did that. Good. At the chrono. There you go. Chrono. Boom. Timer set. Let's rock and roll. Up to flex. Up to 50% first. Make sure the engines are stable. Looked good. Go up nice and evenly. That's good. And up to flex. Nice and gently. Great. And we... Oh. Taxi. Okay, we've got man, flex 50, or S, runway, and we have auto throttle blue. And our speed is good. A little bit forward the stick. Until we get to about 100 knots. There we go. Keep the center line. Relaxing the stick pressure now. Do my best to keep it on the center line. We're looking good for speed. I'm happy. And V1 and rotate. Gently 3 degrees per second, up to 15 degrees. There we go. Very nice, positive rate. Gear up. Don't have to trim because it's an Airbus. Let's accelerate. Why is it slowing down? Don't slow down. Maybe a little less. Almost 15 degrees. Maybe 12 degrees would be more sufficient. Feet off the pedals. And I'm going to fly it manually for a bit. We're going to accelerate now to see the S there. So I can take the flaps up now. There we go. And let's pop the autopilot on now. So, good. And autopilot's good. Climb, back to climb at 1500 feet above the ground. A little bit late there, but that's fine. Autopilot 1 is on. We got auto thrust is just active because it's white. Oh, I'm looking here, sorry. That's active because it's active if it's white. Yeah. And that's all good. What else do you do? You know? What can you do? After takeoff checklist. Let me just think about that first before I read the checklist. We don't need those. We didn't need the APU anymore. I should have switched that off on the ground. I know. I told you I was tired. See what happens? See? See? It's not the end of the world. After takeoff checks, gear is up and retracted. Gear is up and no lights. Flaps are retracted. Yes, they are. Spoilers, we can disarm those. Thrust is set to climb. Autopilot is on. We've got autopilot 1 on. Nose light is off. Yes, it is. And when we turn off lights off. There you go. Let's have a look outside and see what the crack is. A little bit of fog there. There's a runway there in the distance. And the aircraft's doing its thing. I'm going to temporarily just take off my face, switch off the cameras on, or switch the cameras off. Just for eye candy purposes, folks, really. There you go. We've been streaming now for 42 minutes. Takes a while, doesn't it? So we had the 6-minute intro. And I was chatting a bit with the comments, you know. There you go. There we're on a, looks like a downwind there. Let's cover up and see who we have. There's the gun there. And I don't know who, that's obviously other people there on the runway. They're up there with us, all of them. We get some new people, don't forget, right? You can, just join us in the North European server. And you can friend me on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and on accept the request you can spawn on me, you know. Let's check in with the cockpit. Let's try that again. All good. Let's switch to standard. Oh, I want to get that buttons. I want buttons in here. This drives me mad. Standard is set. Next is 10,000 feet. We'll put the landing lights off at 10,000 feet. Now I'm going to have a look at the comments now in a second. Such a comfy seat. I don't want to get up. Now I'll get the mic to my face. There we go. So you can hear better now. Okay, we're leveling off now. Oh no, I didn't want to level off. Keep the climb going up to 30,000 feet, please. So see what I'm doing here. 30,000 feet. Push it in. Boom. Auto mode. Lights. Off. And safety belt sign. Off. And there we go. Happy days.
Ladies and
So we're kind of
gentlemen,
approaching
you
her.
may realize your safety belts and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time. Ask customers. The toilets are also ready for use, while let's do now to the gate is beyond us. Thank you.
Good. Back to the comments. Board access, beautiful takeoff. Thank you. Yeah, I took note there. I was thinking about this last night, God lovely. You know, 3 degrees per second. So very gently. You don't want to get a tail strike. No, I never have. I just thought I'd slow it down. So it is kind of a nice takeoff. Board access, he always likes the videos. Thank you, Board. I really appreciate that. And thank you, Turks 679 for following. Thank you very much. I'm delighted you're joining us. As an indication of the flight, I can't really read it there, it's so far away. Time to go is not working. Okay. Why there is that? That's another thing I've got to fix. I should record a takeoff once in a while, not a bad idea. Do you know that word art? I think I'll do that in future. You know? because it's very easy for me to. And at this point here, when we're in the cruise, we can look at the takeoff. You know, interesting enough. Whilst we're talking about takeoffs here, right, I'm going to look this up. This business here, these call-outs. SRS, big subject. I've got to study up on that. Well, I don't have to. What's the stand for? Damn, I forgot now. Speed reference range? No. What's SRS mean? SRS. Airbus. What? SRS. I just read a little bit about this last night. Yeah, speed reference system. It's a big subject. You know, it's in climb mode now. It was on runway. Of course, the auto throttle. The auto throttle, it's not active until the speed range is on the throttle that I have to look up. Just to talk about something in the way. You know, it's nice to have some knowledge. The sort of, you know, if you're up here, you're outside the speed range. That's why if you're up here, the autopilot won't engage properly, so you need to be in climb mode. So you've got to set that 1,500 feet above the ground, depending on the airline, I guess. But 1,500 feet is pretty much the standard, I think. That was that call out. So I need to. That's a big subject, because you're operating a computer, really, aren't you? You know. So good. So we are now 18,000 feet. Let's just the checklist for takeoff. Climb takeoff barometric reference is set to standard. Above 10,000 feet, landing lights off, which they are. Anti-ice is required. No, we don't. Safety belt signs off, which they are. The lights are off. Good. And then the next is cruise. So there you go. Let's switch on some more lights, folks. Just around here with your feet and whatnot, but it's quite bright here. And do you know what I want? Right, I want golden hour approach. Okay, so we're going to get there in about an hour, I'd say. So I'll just change the time so we get that golden hour. That's all. Now, how far are we out? Hitting it? Oh, sorry, hit flight plan. 166 miles to go. We're going to be 30,000 feet, okay? So it's a rough guess. 30,000 feet multiplied by 3 is 90. Right? It's about 90 miles out we start our descent. So we've got a bit to go. Not long, but a bit to go. So about 90. I'm not going to do the... I think that's an American thing with the extra 10 miles, you know? So what you're doing is, as a rough guesstimate, you're taking your flight level. You're taking 30, you're dropping the last zero. So 30,000 feet, that's 30. Multiply that by 3, which is 9. 90. So you descend 90 miles out. That's a rough guideline. I think in America it works without adding the 10. I don't know what's going on there, but that's a rough guideline. Now it does tell us. See here. Top of climb, top of descent. That's where we descend. The TCAS is working nicely, look. Now, with the same, which is just brilliant, okay? With FS... Oh, I keep... With FS LTL, with the traffic, okay? I discovered, and this happened to me once or twice, that if you get too close to them, okay, you get a conflict. And the aircraft will actually, if you're on autopilot, will climb or descend on you. It'll do it. This happened to me once on final. I said, I'll ignore it, and I'm going to land. You know? And it climbed. And it just ruined my approach. So if you put it on TA or A, that will actually activate. The aircraft will maneuver itself out of the traffic's way. But if you have it on TA, you just get an advisory warning, traffic advisory warning, rather than it actually acting. So I have it on TA. So there you go. So that's how cool that is. But anyway, we've passed him now, so he's just behind us. Let's see if we can see him. He's 200 feet below us. So. Can't see him. We're not high enough to see the contrails yet. There we go. Leaving the coast of the UK, folks. Let's have a look at the comments. Turk says, first time chat, Turk says, by the way, welcome. Brussels has awesome Christmas markets, by the way. You know what, Turks, you're absolutely right, because Europe, in Ireland, see, in Europe, they're, I don't know about England, but in Europe, mainland Europe, okay, they have these squares. Some of them are massive, with all these amazing buildings around them. And they have these lovely Christmas markets. It's really Christmassy in Europe. I've been to a few European countries, Eastern Europe, and France and Italy, and these massive squares. It's so cool. The shops open late at night. Europe is really cool. You know, they've got these massive markets for Christmas and all the stuff you buy if you have the money. You know, Europe is great. It's really cool. It's cooler. I'm sorry to our American friends. There you go. There's Fleshy there. See? So what I can do is I can just very quickly accept that. I usually don't interrupt the stream. I usually do it after the stream. Fleshy, welcome. Wardog is saying, in a G aircraft, where is the placement of the seat and the pedals? Let me show you. Let me just hop in to make sure I'm not going to crash here. They're still climbing. Oh, good. No standard. Everything's fine. Let me show you. If I can. I'll make this camera bigger here so you can see, okay? Let's move the airplane out of the way. Okay. So, can't get the camera back before. I've done a video on this. I'll find it for you, and I'll put a link on it, okay? Yeah, I'm going to link the video. Right, so I got my chair. It's a racing for GT racing kind of stuff and car racing. Now, the important thing about having one of these chairs is, oh yeah, that's the question you asked. So, because I got a kind of metal table here, this here is, I'm not using this. This is 737 or a pin twist, and this is a Bravo throttle cockpit. That's resting at the table. Stream deck here, right? I also have in between my legs a very large Thrustmaster. See that stick? So I can just change that. So I got Thrustmaster here. I got a yoke with the yoke here. Over the other side, which you can't really see here, I've got loads of throttles. But I got two. See those there? Yeah, there is the Thrustmaster Warthog, right? And up here, I'll get the other camera actually so you can see that. This is going to get messy now. Here, I'm going to make it smaller now. Over the other side, I have, see the way everything's resting there? I have the, all my other stuff here for radios. That's a wheels and gear for the other aircraft. I've got my radios for VATS, and I'm going to start doing that. Also stuff here, but below there, you see that? That is the Thrustmaster Airbus. And then of course back here I have the, you can't see it, there's the Thrustmaster. So, you know, you can, my whole idea is to have everything that I need for every type of aircraft. I'll get rid of some of those cameras because they're just getting in our way. So that was a bing bing there. That was Ball Grail, who's just followed. I have probably butchered your name. Block Rail, is that how it's pronounced? Block Rail. Welcome. Welcome to the madness. So now we're getting into the cloudage. This is where the cloudage begins. So we're leaving it all behind us. Over UK and Ireland at the moment, it's quite clear and cold. Actually, it's not that cold. Usually it's very, well, you see, it's quite warm now in Ireland because the temperature in Ireland now is, I'll tell you now what it is in Dublin. Temperature in Dublin Airport now is 6 degrees. Okay? It was -1 or 2 there for the last few days. But because the wind is coming from the south, which where Spain is, that brings all the warm air up, so we're in a warm air kind of area. But once that stops and there's clear skies, it's going to get cold. Because think about the clouds are like a duvet. They keep the heat in. But if no clouds, it gets really cold here. So, depends where your weather mass is coming from, isn't it? Look at that down there. You don't want to be down there. That's where we're going. That's where we're going, folks. Now let's get the YouTube chat out here. Alright. Oh, sorry, lads. I missed a little bit of you on YouTube there. John Hanassi, hello to you. Oh, I mentioned that James is saying, am I not yet? James is. Ian's is his first time watching my weekday stream. Thank you, Ian. Makshikiti Pilot. Who was that? Oh, that you're referring to the cabin. That was just I got a friend of a friend's to do that for the shits and giggles. Oh, did I do the cruise thing? I did. Yeah. Rather than something boring, you know. I need that cabin announcement. Oh, you like the cabin announcement? So, Makshikiti Pilot says, I need those cabin announcements. Shady says, that's why we keep hearing the toilet flushing because of all the alcohol being consumed on Gripperson Airlines. Yes, it is. It is. Massive amounts of alcohol. Good God, we're already up to our descent. High Tech says, are you for Russia or Ukraine? We try to keep politics out of the sim, you know. And he says, do you know the words in Russian? No. I don't know anything about Russia. Besides, it's Talatorian. You know what I mean. Leonard, A320, hello, how are you, Leonard? Greetings and welcome to you. Welcome. Now, look, I've just... See, what I used to do is I'd be chatting to you, right? And I forget. And here, look, we're coming apart to our descent already, look. Less than 10 miles out. So we got to descend here. So I'm going to just descend down to 3,000 feet for the moment. So you've got to be on the ball here, folks, you know. I've got to put 3,000 for the moment. I said 90, didn't I? So, oh God, we've got to enter the destination data. I'm going to have to... 93 nautical miles, look. So it's right. So it's not far off at all. So we've got 2.5 miles to go now. And ain't bad. So that was a very good calculation, I think. You know? So I'm going to have to really... I'm behind now, right? So I'm going to have to enter in my destination data. I'm going to have to be quick about it. But let's get the descent kicked off first. There's the 90 miles. 1 mile out. Not bad. So let's kick off the descent. Boom. Okay, now, let's move and take some names. Let us go to performance. Let's go to the approach. Yeah, so our approach, our QNH is in... I'm going to refresh that, in Brussels. QNH is 1010. 10, 10. 10, 10. Boom. Temperature is 10 degrees. 10 degrees. Boom. Magnetic wind on the ground is 210 at 8 knots. 210/08. Transition is 4,500. How awkward is that? Barrow. Now let's get our situation sorted for approach. Let's get Navigraph open up here. Let us go to Echo Bravo Romeo. Boom. Approach. We're wanting approaching into runway 19. Oh, thank God, localizer. Let's pin that there. I'll call it anything. Great. There we go. So, transition is 4,500 feet. 4,500 feet. And our minimums. Okay, so. At 305 feet, 200 feet above the ground, so the airfield is 105 feet above the ground. Yes, it's 105 feet above the ground, so that's fine, happy days. So let's put in 305 there, we've got more to do with this. 305 on the radio. 305, now the QNH is going to be very important because I'm putting it in the Barrow. And that's going to be my call for minimums. I don't see the runway by 305 feet and going around. And then it's going to break loose. ILS. Let's put in our approach. That's all done there. Right, full flaps, ready up barrel. So our approach. Let's go to the checklist here. So page QNH, temperature, winds, transition, minerals, landing, get big. Yeah, so the altitude to join the ILS is 3,000 feet. That's our platform to join the ILS. Frequency is... Where are you? Maybe I shouldn't have pinned that because I can't see all the stuff in the background there. I'm looking for the frequency here. There it is. 115.15 and approach course 193. Let's do all that. So we're going to go into adding some drag nice and slowly, by the way. There we go. We're a little bit high, but we're going to be back in profile very soon. See that little ziggy line? That's saying when we're back in profile. There's a profile dot there. We're in speed. So now I can take off. Brakes nice and slowly. So I'm doing it slowly because they say if you do that quickly, the passengers fight the shit out of the passengers. Now, back to where we were. Radnav. Radio nav. 114.5, 114. No, what? Well, 111.15. Yes, great. Approach course is 192, 193. It's always one out. I don't know why. From SimBrief, and that's giving us the DME, the VOR for. Where's the VOR? 114.5. 114.5. Oh, it's VORs all over the place here. Don't worry. Fear not. Fear not. And that's all I want there. So that's fine. Let's get rid of that message there. One thing I didn't see. Look at that. You look down for a minute and we're in the soup. Oh, wow. We are 21,000 feet now. We've got 57 miles to go. I better be quick and on the ball. Let's get our LS here. So we've got an identifier here for 111.15. Let's zoom out a bit. Let's get ahead of the airplane now. I'm hoping that that turn is good enough. I don't want to be... Sometimes, see, what happens is that it's always vectored. You're always vectored to the ILS. And sometimes you don't do the procedures, I believe, in the airlines. It's usually vectored. We're in the soup now, big stop. I like to see it fade away. See the way it fades away to the clouds very slightly there. I do like that. So we're in. We got to be quick here because I'm so tired. Let's see what goes wrong. You know. So I'm going to start the recorder. These probably giving me messages there to start the recorder for the landing because that's important. I want to see the landing. The landing is being recorded. Boom. There we go. Let's have a look at the comments. Leonard, how are you? Leonard says, how do you open the descent or select vertical speed? Oh yeah, you can. I think you mean, can you do it manually? You can come over here, right? Select your altitude and select your vertical speed. You push, see these buttons, if you push it in towards you, you're in control. You're manually operating the autopilot. If you push it in, it's managed by the aircraft and the flight management computer, etc. So that's, if I want to manage this descent now and change my rate of descent, right? I pull that out. Let me see. Let me try that there now. So I put it out. See, the dot's gone, and I can say descend now at 2,100 feet per minute. And it's going to see here. So it's going to descend more. So now I've taken over control of that. But if I push it back in, oh, wrong button. Push it back in. See the dot there? It's manage mode. There you go. We're going a little bit fast. We're a little bit high in profile, so I'm going to lower the flaps a little bit here now. I'm going to get it configured early. Good. So we're going to turn here at Charlie Foxtrot here. Turn in to the ILS. I'm going to intercept the ILS and activate approach mode, which is over here. Activate approach mode. Then the aircraft actually lands itself. But I can disengage the autopilot because I want to land it manually. Does that make sense? For shits and giggles. You know. Let me get the cameras sorted out here. Let's get the camera there for the controller so you can see what I'm doing there. There you go. That's it, I think. Let's see if we're back in profile now. There we go. Back in profile here. Good. Good. 21 miles to go. We have an identifier and we have a DME here now, so that's good because I want to get to configure 10 miles out. I'm taking the brakes off now. Brakes are off. I got a bing bing there. Anti-ice detected. Ice detected. Great. Yeah, so let's put the ice on. Now, I could have a problem here. Right. When I've got ice in this aircraft, for some reason, the speed tape on the left side here and the speed tape over on the first officer side, so to speak, freezes. And even though the pitot heat is on, but I don't know if that was where I was or what was going on. But I've got to be aware of that now as well. So 17 miles in, let's get a checklist going. Descent to FCDO altitude, yes, let's push that. Safety belt signs. Let's put the safety belt signs on. Safety belt signs. There we go. For your way. Anti-ice. Watch your preference. 1010.
We'll be offering more things shortly. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers and members for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures fair into the future. Thank you.
Let's see what you're saying here on Twitch here. Johnny F7, I believe Gripperson is going to stream this Sunday, but we won't have current link. Yeah, I'm planning to stream on Sunday. I'd like to keep it up because I've never lost Sunday, and we need to have that as a guarantee for everybody. So I'm planning. It's probably be a jet. It'll probably be this. I might do my first 737 stream. I need the time to practice, and I'm thinking, should I take a break? You know, from the midweek streams. I know they're off and on. But I just need time to play with the 737. You know? I need to play with the 737 to get to know the 737. It's nice to have a bit of variety. So I may... Let me know, guys. I'll take a break maybe from... Jesus, what is the 20th now? So I need to get to 737. I don't know. Time is so limited, you know? But we'll do something. Definitely in some way in the story. Probably be this because I'm not going to have the time. We all know that. Okay, we are 10.3 miles out. Okay, flaps 1. Oh, set approach mode, you fool. See what happens? I told you. Activate approach mode. Confirm. Good. Flaps. Can we do flaps 1? No, we can't. Okay, we're too fast now. We're too fast. We may have to go around. I know. What is this one? Very naughty. Very naughty. Very naughty. Okay, I'm going to put the gear down. Shouldn't have done that. Gear coming down. Because the gear will slow us down. And sometimes if we're too fast, the gear speed is a little bit higher than the flaps, you see. You know? Now I can start blowing the flaps. Flaps 1. See, it's taken in 9.4, so we're going to be good. Flaps 2 is 215. Good. That's actually 200. Flaps 2. Flaps 3, 185. Flaps 3. Full flaps, we leave that till later. It's 177. Okay. Let's get ready for approach. I see the ILS. That's all good. Any range constraints. Let's put the constraints on. Let's zoom in a bit.
Our cabin attendants will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure they are stored in the soundproof overhead lockers. On behalf of Sleeper team and producer Batten, we would like to thank you for taking an active role during this most eventful flight. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. 140 knots. Now this is another question. The speed's going to change according to weights and stuff, isn't it? There's got to be performance for landing. It's always around 140 knots. I'm on it mode, so, you know. What's the story there? So I did get configured. I panicked a little bit there. I didn't panic, but I got configured very quickly because we were actually at about 9 miles for ages coming in, weren't we? So it's no big deal. We've just wasted some fuel. You know. So let's see if we can get this to minimums. I'm a little bit fast. Let's get some more drag down. Now I'm praying, right? I'm praying, okay, that this doesn't get choppy and final, because that's a bug lately that's cropped up for everybody. So I'm adjusting the aircraft for everyone. Sorry, I'm adjusting the brakes, speed brakes, and I'm getting ready to disconnect the autopilot. Now my button should work on my control column. Can we do it from here? Can we do it from here? Now I'd like to get something set up first, actually. There we go. And we're above the glide slope. Okay. Okay. How high are we above the glide slope is the thing. So we're 6 miles out now. This is an unstable approach. We should be configured by now. So I think that's because I put the approach mode on too fast, you know. So we're going to be doing a go around, folks. Let's see how far we can take it down, right? So we're going to be doing a go around. You'd be doing it now in reality. Do you know why? Because I didn't hit approach mode soon enough, and that's because I was going too fast. That's what's happened there. Now it does look like potentially we may get to our approach. You see what happened there? I knew this is going to happen. This happens all the time. I need those switches. 10101. It's going to bark at me now. 010 twice. And I didn't set it to standard time. So we're very high. No flaps. See how high we are? So we're not going to make that. We're not going to make that. So let's see. I'm going to come down. I haven't done this for a while. We're going to do the... No. 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 Okay, fine. There we go. Come on. What the hell? Rock. Armed. Brakes. Armed. Yeah, I'm going right. Stuff to do. Don't compare. Flaps. 3,000 feet to go around, isn't it? Yeah, 3,000 feet to go around. Back to climb. Flaps. Loads of things went wrong there. Told you I was tired. And I was chatting too much, wasn't I? Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when you're too tired. That's what happens too tired. So we're going to come around. It won't take long. We'll speed it up. It's not... No harm to practice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take over manually. Yeah, that would help. That would surely help. So we're clean now. 200 knots. Don't panic. See, I think at 10 miles out or 15 miles out, and I keep saying this, you gotta stop chatting on the chat. I've gotta stop chatting on the chat. Because you're gonna, just like that, you're gonna stuff it. Yep. So let us take over manually here and let us get our heading here. to me. Let's get our heading for base. We'll turn it all the way around to an orderly heading there. That'll do it. Cherokee says, yeah, it's me shouting at you as usual. I told you something was going to go wrong, so I'm so tired today. Do you know? And I was chatting and ignoring the sim. Can't be doing that. Can you? So I've activated the heading now. That's all. I'd like to have the switches. In the sim, you see, when you're flying the real thing, you never forget the QNH like that. Because you're prompted so many times and you've got a physical... You put your hand out and you flick it. It's tricky. And there's another person on board. So let's see how smoothly this goes. So that's fine. I'm going to go around. We'll just kick off the approach then. So, what I'll do next time is let me switch on this. Let's turn it off. I'll put this on here now. Leave the icing on. I'm going to come about 10 miles out. I'm going to intercept the ILS. There you go. Hopefully you won't miss the bad weather on the ground. I knew there was something wrong, we were too high. I didn't hit the approach mode either. Over here. See? Didn't on approach mode. So it's fascinating to see. I'm so tired today how dumb. You don't become dumb, you just become absolutely stupid. But the real distraction is you're talking away. When you're talking like this, that is totally... And you're looking over here at the comments. Now, I want to be flying this one day so it doesn't distract me. Do you get me? So you can deal with big distractions. You know? I think that's important to be able to deal with those distractions. And prioritise what you're doing, isn't it? So I'm not prioritising. Look at that. That looks fantastic from here, folks. That view. Look at that. That looks bizarre. Oh, let's go flying again. So we're on downwind. We're 4.8 miles now, 4.9 miles out. We're going to take it out to about 10 or 11, maybe a little bit more, and we'll do that properly. So we will. Look at that. Let's have a look outside. Let's look at this. How cool is that? I'm going to disable the camera here for a minute because it'll be about 2 minutes coming out. If you don't mind, just disable the old... Now I can see the sim there got a little bit choppy. I think it's okay now though. So there you go. That is the most important thing I think flying these jets really is, you know, especially when it's one person. I would say 15 miles out I'm gonna have to ride it on top of the screen or something because you just get distracted. I'll just take that camera off. Just clean up to get some eye candy going here. There we go. There we go. While we're coming out, I'm going to hit Alt F3. Alt F3. If you got an NVIDIA card, okay, you can change your filters. Look, I'm going to switch it off. We don't notice much of a difference here, but it can be quite a difference in the daylight. I just wanted to see what you're going to get with that. Anyway, it's just looking very orange. 9.7 miles out now. There's the... now we're getting below the ILS, right? So I should have activated approach phase earlier. Right, there's Charlie Foxtrot 19. That's where I want to intercept. So let's go out a little bit further and get this right, shall we? I think so. Let's have a look at the chat. Johnny F, greetings. He's with us as well. There's a little Christmas town up in Finland I bought for Christmas. Scenery. And we might go there actually on Sunday. You know? What do you say to that? Okay, let's get this thing activated. Turning base now. And if I can time it, so we're actually kind of getting onto the ILS just about 11 miles, 10 miles out. So effectively, I'm radar vectoring myself in. Okay, so arm stuff. Spoilers armed, brakes are armed, lights are on, as it should be. Passengers are shut up. They're probably planking it in their seats when they know we haven't landed yet, and I need to turn again. I would love physical switches here, you know, to do this. Because with the mouse it's very messy, especially changing the QNH. 13.9 miles out. Let's get on it, folks. Let's get on that ILS. The weather hasn't changed. A lot of stuff up. QNH is 1010. That's pretty much the same as it was. Okay? Yeah, next step. I want to arm approach mode. Is the next step when I intercept the ILS. The ILS is at my right, as I see the screen here. And below the glide slope, 3,000 feet. Getting ready to hit the approach button. I can hit it now, actually. Let's see what happens if I hit it now, right? Let's hit the approach button early. I like to wait till it's off scale, but let's see what happens if I press the approach mode. So it's activated all the modes here. Grounds, glide slope. We've got the correct QNH. Cat 3 single, and it's turning onto the ILS. Great. I was a little bit late activating it, I have to admit. 10 miles out. I'm going to be early. Flaps 1. Really, you should be saying speed checks, isn't it? 230 knots for flaps 1. Let's get rid of this. Get the camera back. Okay. Camera back. Camera. Where's Cam? Yeah. Now we're all set. Now let's see if I can do this off jaded. Let's get manual here. Okay, so we're on the ILS. Approach mode's working. Let's get rid of the autopilot. Approach mode. Do you have to do that as well? Okay. Get my view set up here. I want about 800 feet a minute. I'm very gentle with the stick. Next stage, flaps 2. Clear down. This is going to want to come up now. No, too early for flaps 2. My apologies.
2,500.
I think approach mode should still be on, folks. That's what I think. The auto throttle. No. Clear down. Yeah, buttons kicking off. My legs. Oh, we're slowing down. Auto throttle, why aren't you slowing down? Taking over the throttle. Auto throttle disengaged. Back it. Go away. Don't annoy me. Take the throttle back. Just fly level. I'm gonna have to mind you to use the throttle as well. There we go, we're manual entirely. I'm going below 140 knots. Adding a little bit of power so it doesn't go back too much. Gears down. 3 greens. And we're manual. I'm not looking out now. I need to zoom in a little bit because I can't see. Can't see the screen. There we go. Now. A little bit of power back. Flex flaps. Actually, I didn't need to remove the power there because the flaps will do that for me with the drag, you see.
1,000.
Okay, we're straight. Full flaps. Full flaps, fully configured. We're within half scale. Good. Going off the centre line there. Get back on it. This is where it goes crazy. You get very close to it. I'm going to have to disobey the flight director a little bit. It doesn't look quite right. Follow the flight director.
500.
Go half scale. Oh, it's going to be choppy now. There we go. There you go. I love the rain.
100 above.
Got a visual. Do something.
Speed, speed,
Do some.
speed. $100.
There we go, we're back on speed. Very dodgy approach, one of the worst ones I've done. Let's get this landing sorted. No, too high.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5, retard.
There we go. Nothing else we can put out. There's thrust. Brakey, brakey, brake, brake. And the thrust off, brakes off, and let's exit. Very messy, very tired. That's the big difference. Oh, I didn't disarm the brakes soon enough, so it comes to a stop then, doesn't it? For some reason. There we go. Let's get off the runway. And we are in Brussels, which is supposed to be lit up like a Christmas tree. And it ain't. Why aren't all the lights on? That doesn't please me at all. Let's stop here and clean everything up and get to a gate. So stop here. Good. Park and brake on. We're going to park it up the gate and then have a look at the replay, okay? It's a bit of a messy. I knew I was very tired. Really tired now. I'm going to fall straight asleep after this. Let's retract the landing lights. Runway turn lights stay on. Let's move those to taxi. What else do we need to do up here? We don't need the ice anymore. Thankfully we didn't have a problem with that speed because... Oh man. We need to disarm the brakes, which I did. We need to disarm the spoilers. Switch off the radar. We don't need the predicted wind shear either. Let's switch the transponder and TCAS off. Or to standby. And let's have a look at the checklist for after landing checklist. Weather radar's off. Flaps are retracted. No, they ain't. Now they are. Oh, I'm going to leave them down for the replay, okay? TCAS, yeah. Transponder's done. Predicted wind shear's done. Nose light to taxi. Landing light off. Spoilers retracted. APU, put the APU on. Because now I'm not going to do a turnaround today because I'm just so tired, folks. I just had to get it in today, you know. Put the APU on. APU started, anti-ice required. Okay, that's fine. And let's park to the stand. We're not going to be shutting down. Let's have a look. Why is the scenery so dark? Why is there no lights in Brussels? I think they've done it by the time of day and not with the clouds. So if I change the time, the darker, if I go to real time here, there you go, it's all lit up now. Doesn't look, oh yeah, it is quite right. Okay, let's park at the gate. Let us ask the simulator. Will it work? Russell's ground. Press taxi to gates. Gate to... Let's write that down. Oh my god, where the hell is going? Okay, taxi to gate. Gate L210. Via Echo 4. Outer 8 Sierra. Now, let's do this properly, because this is the bit where... Oh, I didn't acknowledge them. Yes, I did. Acknowledge taxi. Did you hear my last transmission? Great. Now, what I'm going to do... What I'm going to do... is I'm going to get the taxi plates out here. We'll get rid of you. And give me the taxi plates. Is it this one here? Yep. Okay. Brussels. So, let me zoom in, please. Of course, it doesn't tell us to turn right or left, which is a pity. So outer 8. So gate L210. Oh God. L210. Outer 8, which is to the right. So we're going to taxi down to outer 8. Echo 4. Echo 4. If I just knew where we were going. So outer 8. Via Echo 4. Okay, I think that's Echo 4 what we're on now. I can't zoom in anymore. Don't let me zoom anymore. I think that's Echo 4. It is. We're on Echo 4. Brilliant. Outer 8. Okay, here. For gate Lima 210. So it doesn't have the gates of this chart. Maybe one day Navigraph will have all the gates and you can see where your position are. But no, never mind. Let's use our baby wheels. Take the parking brake off. We're going to take a right here. We know that. Let's get our baby wheels on here. So I can activate this machine here. This. There we go. There we go. So take a right. Let's park up. Let's park up. Good stuff. Let's have a look outside. I want some wing lights on. Let's light up the aircraft a little bit, no? There is a wing light here somewhere. There. You want the nav light onto logo as well. There we go. Now, I'm hoping for a marshaller. That's what I'm hoping for. Sometimes you get a marshaller, other times you don't. I'll be taxing a bit too fast. What is going on there? What? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That happened. Yep. That actually happened. My Xbox controller just fell over. Oh, I go to sleep tonight, I can tell you. There he is, up there. It's up here beside this guy here, helipilot. There we go. I want to hop outside here now to have a look. Yeah, that's Brussels alright. That's the nice scenery. Very nice. Now, for some reason, has it got an aircraft there? No. As you can see in Brussels, you can... Oh, you can't see in the windows here on this end. But here, I think you can see the people walking around. Oh no, you can't. What's going on here to my Brussels? You can see all the people walking around the terminals and stuff. We're going to have to investigate that. That ain't good. You know, that ain't good at all. That's not like Brussels at all. Let's hop in and park her up. L. 210 left. Yeah, I thought Brussels had all the people moving around and stuff, or is it somewhere else I'm thinking of? That is very bizarre. Now we're going to have to change this to daylight. There is the marshal. I'm in the wrong place. There we go. Wait, a bit more. So you got a marshaller. Move it forward. There we go. Park brake on. Great. Good. We leave the engines off now. I'm not going to switch them off for the replay, you see. So what we can do is we can do the replay now. But what is going on to my Brussels airport? Let's just go to daylight for the moment. Just have a look around. I thought there was more detail within the terminal buildings, folks, you know. And maybe it's only at a certain point. So, is that standard Microsoft? It's looking. Now it's gone choppy here on the stream, and it does that sometimes. I don't know why. That's happening to people streaming lately. So is it Brussels or someone else? I was thinking of Brussels had all this fancy scenery inside. You can see inside and everything. I'm pretty sure of it, so I'm gonna have to reinvestigate that. What's going on? Is it a bug? You know, it does look like it's not a standard Microsoft airport, but there's something missing, isn't there? You know what I mean? You can see all the people walking around the gates. Am I thinking of a different airport? Bizarre. Let's have a look at the replay anyway. I'll stop flapping on. Let's have a look at the replay. So let's get the replay up. Replay. Let's pause the replay. Resume replay. We'll have a look from a little bit distance out so I can chat there. There we go. So, to the chat. We'll have a look at Twitch first, then to YouTube. Wardock says he loves the soup. Great. Yeah, so do I. I like the, although I stuffed it up, I love the soup. Tony Reaper, oh, it's good news about the Sunday. Great. We'll see what group says, yes, that you're talking about the Sunday. So I think we'll do the Sunday, okay? That will happen. Alright, do you see I gifted a tier 1 subscription to Turks? Oh, it didn't go bing bing. Did it go bing bing? Wardog, thank you very much for reminding me. I appreciate you reminding me, because it would kill me if I didn't say thank you very much. Wardog gifted a sub tier 1 to Turk. Turks 679. Turks, do thank Wardog. Wardog, thank you very much. You're very generous, Wardog. You're very generous. Also, before that, there was Blowgale followed. I can't pronounce it. And Turks followed as well. So Turks got a gifted sub tier 1 from Wardog. Wardog, thank you very much. We appreciate you big time. Thank you so much, Wardog. So let's have a look then at the YouTube. We have high tech. Do you know more? Oh yeah, that's Russian things. Leonard, welcome by the way. Leonard A320. You have managed and select descent, but Airbus can do open descent if descent's the same. Okay, great, thank you. I haven't tried that either, no. An open descent. Jalpino, standard. Switch barrow, yes, you're right. Cherokee landing gear up, yeah. All that was messed up. Yep. Thank you, Cherokee, for reminding me. Cherokee says, Gripper on the Airbus, you need to wait till half scale before you arm the approach. And you're absolutely right. That's what I usually do. You know, but I just wanted to see. Ian says it was butter. Let's have a look in Bevington. Since the landing was butter. A little bit messy today, not happy with that. But look, I'm just so exhausted. I was convinced I'd stuff it up. You know, and you know what they say, before you do a test, the most important thing you do, any type of test or exam or something, get a good night's sleep. Good night's sleep. Okay, let's see if that was butter. Keep the camera still. I stuffed that up there. Okay, let's have a look at that from another angle. Sim is not operating like it used to, folks. After that update, it is not performing. I can tell you that right now. And it's not my PC. I think everyone's having problems. I can tell the frames are dropping a bit. Now I'm going to keep the camera still so you can see. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be a little bit more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. There we go. Okay, and we weren't really too high. It was just you're getting so close to the ILS. And okay, firm, but you know, get the nose wheel get on the centre line. Yeah, pretty much. Just a bit to the left. There we go. What's it look from the passenger side? What does it look like there? What's we play? Let's see what it's like for the passengers. New plane? No, buttons, please. There we go. There we go. Let's move that forward a bit. I can't. Now, let me pause that. What's this right in my head? Those big bright lights ain't doing nobody no favours, folks. They ain't doing nobody no favours. So we can switch off the cabin lights. I wish they'd leave them off. It's not the end of the world. Go to sim settings. Go to cabin lights off. And then back to off one. Back to passenger view. There we go. And let's continue to reflect. It goes absolutely crazy. There we go. It goes a bit crazy, you know. When you pause it. So that's passenger view, folks. It was a firm, you know, I like firm landing. I love the way you can see the slats coming out. The spoilers and stuff. Look at that. And it's so cool. There's traffic lining up there. Looks brilliant. Firm landing. And the nose wheel. Happy days. It doesn't record to reverse. I love the wing flex there. Just that wing flex, please. Not now. I love that wing flex there. Please, Butts. Be careful. I love the wing flex there. She's standing on the controller. No. You think I'm playing with you, don't you? Yes, you do. You think I'm playing with you. I'm not pushing you away at all. So there you go, folks. I'm exhausted, tired today, as you can see. Well, we're back into the Airbus. We're back into it, and I plan to be here at 6 o'clock tomorrow as well. I hope. I hope so. So, folks, there you go. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on with the Brussels airport, but we'll see what's going on. Thank you very much, by the way, Wardog, for gifting the gifted sub to Turks. And thank you all for following. Thank you, Bolo Grade and Turks, for following. We'll be on tomorrow night again for a little bit more of a wake flight. You know, be a little bit more with it. I'm not going to do a return today because I'm going to fall asleep in the chair. So, folks, I will see you very, very soon. Thanks a million for watching, and good luck. And you're going to have a great Christmas.